The what do I wear today question is an endless spiral that we seem to never be able to fix. No matter how many YouTube videos we watch about personal style, how many Pinterest boards we have with outfit inspiration, when we get to our closets in the morning, our brain just goes blank. And so this formula is not only very detailed, but is coming with a notes template that you can copy paste onto your notes app on your phone and resource to when you're getting dressed in the morning. Copy paste the text on the description onto your notes and fill it as we go. Let's get to class, kids. So the number one question we need to ask ourselves when building our dream closet or trying to figure out a personal style is, what are we actually getting dressed for? Not like the event you go to twice a year, the places that you spend the majority of your day-to-day mundane life in. So here are a bunch of examples, and I want you to write down the 3 main activities you do. The pieces that you're thrifting or adding to your wish list might not be the pieces that you actually need in your day-to-day life, and that's just gonna make you more confused and feel like something is off. Maybe you have a corporate job where you need to be super formal. Maybe you have a very chill job where you just want to be comfortable. Personally, the 3 activities that I'm getting dressed for every day are working from home, which means I could stay in my pajamas unless I have a meeting, but ideally I would like to feel cute every day when I'm working from home, / workout classes, because I'm lazy. So when I get dressed in the morning, if I know I have a workout class in the afternoon, I will want to put on something that is adequate for that workout class. So remote working / workout classes, little intimate parties, and then we've got work events. I work in fashion and video editing, so sometimes, cool networking stuff will appear, and that's where, I'll kind of step up a little bit in my style. Now, once you've got those 3 occasions set, and I'm sure you go to a lot more than 3 places, but we just want like the main 3 things that you do in your day-to-day life. I want you to think about what goals you want to fulfill in those events. Do you want to be comfortable, warm? Do you want to be able to move around and be very flexible? How do you want others to perceive you? Do you want to be modest? Do you want to look approachable in your job, or do you want to show authority? That is the power of fashion. For me, I really want to look creative, and fashion is just an outlet where I have a lot of fun, and I want to continue having a lot of fun. I want to be comfortable because I'm working from home most of the time, but I also want to be bold. I feel the most confident and cool when I'm wearing something that is a little bit, Which brings us into step number 2. Now we're getting into the categories of clothing. I grabbed so many examples, but the options are infinite. We're gonna be picking, and I know this is hard, but we're gonna be picking 3 to 5 items from each category so that we build a little imaginative capsule wardrobe. For people who love fashion, it's very easy, so easy to get lost in the more and more world, more trends. We want to thrift more, we want more cool things, but that is very overwhelming. And it's much easier to think about what you really, really, really love and would wear like every day of the week than thinking about the bajillion of options you can have out there that maybe they're not even sure if you love, but seem fun. So we're gonna pick 3 to 5 bottoms from all these subcategories I'm gonna be listing, and we're gonna be writing what they are in our notes app. Make sure that you're not picking 2 items that can serve the same function. So if you pick a pair of jeans that are low waist, maybe you're not gonna pick another pair of jeans because the outfit you would wear with one type of jeans, you can probably also wear with the other type of jeans, and you want clothes that can't replace each other in outfits. You'll also preferably want to think about things you already have in your closet or things that can easily be styled with things you have in your closet. Think about what color you want them to be. Think about what fabric you want them to be. Think about the silhouette. Be as picky as you possibly can. You've got mini skirts right here. Then we have some midi ones, and we have some maxi ones. Feel free to pause, take screenshots. Here's some athleisure models, pants. I love pants. And finally, here's jeans options. From all of these, you can only pick 3 to 5. Personally, I'm picking the barrel jeans. I'm picking a maxi flowy skirt because they're super comfortable. They don't get wrinkled, so I don't need to iron them, and they're very versatile. And then I'm picking a pair of formal pants and a pair of pattern pants because I have a pants obsession. Now, step number 3, we've got the tops. Same rules, 3 to 5. Try not to pick things that can replace each other in outfits. Be super picky. Take your time. Think about what blouses in your closet are you always going back to? What is always in the laundry machine? Here's some sweater ideas. If you like more minimalist outfits, maybe you can go for a collared sweater so that you don't need patterns or funky things to spice it up and the color speaks by itself. If you want to look a little bit more chic and sexy, go for an off the shoulder. If you want to just be comfy, maybe a balloon sweater. Love this flowy top because it's formal but also casual. It looks stylish, but it's not too extravagant. And again, it doesn't get wrinkled, so I don't need to iron it. Here's some shirts ideas. Step number 4, we've got, what is it? We've got the accessories. You want to pick a scarf? You want a chunky, tiny, silk? You want to pick a necklace or 2 or 3. You're not picking a specific item like an image from the slide, you're picking a style. Now, earrings, there's so many beautiful, cool earrings out there, but I'm very lazy with taking them off and sometimes my ears get infected. So lately, I just make sure that whatever ones I have, I really like. So I just wear like a bunch of hoops because I love the hoopy style. If you're running around all day, maybe a pendant is not ideal because it's gonna get stuck in your hair. You know, be thoughtful. Then we got bracelets and watches. If it's very cold where you live, maybe bracelets aren't good choices because they're going to be covered by your jackets or your big sweaters. I made a whole video about a bunch of tricks and ideas and formulas to accessorizing, so if you want to see that, you can check that below. Then we got rings. Maybe if you work in the kitchen, rings is not the best idea. We've got glasses, which, as I've said in previous videos, if you wear seeing glasses, I mean, people spend so much money in like bags and shoes. If you can, get yourself 2 or 3 pairs of glasses that are very distinctive and that you like and that you can maybe wear for different occasions. But also we're talking sunglasses here. Then we've got hats. If you have an office job, for example, maybe a hat isn't the best because, you know, you're gonna have to bring it to work and then take it off and then your hair is all fuzzy. I'm gonna add a hat though, because even though I work from home and I'm not wearing hats at home, I really love hats. And then I want you to think about layering in funky pieces. We all have pieces that are very us. It's almost like some of our pieces belong to our character uniform. Like, it's just very Maya. Maybe it's a sweater you have that has a ladybug on it. Maybe it's this vintage leather jacket that is very worn off, but you really like the silhouette and you wear it like 90% of the nights you go out. Maybe it's a pair of shoes that has a funky color or a necklace you bought on a fair. And socks can be a part of this because socks make a big difference in our wardrobe. And then we move on to the bottom of the bottom. We've got shoes. I'd say a good rule of thumb would be to pick 1 sneaker, 1 heel, depending on if you have frequent occasions to wear heels or not, and then 1 flat, so a loafer or a ballet flat or a Birkenstock. I love shoes more than I should, so I'm completely aware that picking 3 to 5 shoes may not seem like a lot, but the thing is, if you look at your shopping pattern, you'll probably notice you have a lot of similar. If you do have a lot of shoes, you're probably going to notice a pattern. Like, I have a lot of black boots. Most of them are hand-me-downs from my mom or my grandma, so I'm not going to pick 2 black boots from these categories. I'm just going to pick 1. I also love flats, and I have a thing for colorful flats, so I'm not going to say a blue loafer. I'm just going to say a colorful flat. Try to be specific, but also name a category and not a specific item. And then we're going to do the same with bags. Bags is the category where I am less comfortable with at this stage of my life, or I have a lot of bags that I've thrifted very cheap, but I don't have bags that I really love. Do you wear little cross bags a lot because you don't need to carry a lot of things with you? Do you always carry your computer around so you need a bigger tote? Do you want your bag to be the spicing element of your outfit so it needs to be a very vibrant color? Or do you want the model of it to be super funky? And now that we have our not so capsule wardrobe, did you give deep thought to it? It's shopping time, or not really, because I'm gonna be telling you rules and you're gonna get mad at me, but please trust me that this is the right way to do it. So I want you to go back to your however many items you picked, and I want you to bold the ones that you don't already have in your closet. And then I want you to go to your calendar on your phone, to your agenda, paper, planner, whatever you have, and I want you to add a little note on a month from today. So if today is the 5th of February, I want you to note down on the 5th of March to go back to that list and see what items here do you still really love and would wear every day for 10 days straight. Impulse purchasing can be one of the most frustrating things for someone that is trying to figure out their style, because our brains are ever evolving and there are things that our brains are going to be drawn towards. It's like, I don't really know how to explain it. I know this has happened to you where you go to a store or you see something online and you really, really love it, you buy it, and then 1, 2, 3 months later, you don't really care about it anymore. That's not a product of social media and fast trend cycles and short attention spans. That's also because our taste sometimes can't be trusted. I've learned that the hard way. Waiting a month before you buy something is one of the best and most powerful things I can tell you, not just to save you money, but to actually make you trust yourself. And big tip here, if you're an online thrifter, that means you're not going to be saving on things onto your wish list during that month. You can only start shopping and thrifting for things after that month has passed, because when you're thrifting online, you know that there's only going to be one of each. So if you really like something, you're going to be tempted to buy it straight away. And that is not what we want. That is cheating. Also, another question I want you to ask is, if that item was twice or 3 times the price it is, would you still buy it? And also, I know this is tricky, and chances are you're going to want to pass this step ahead, but please, when you're buying something, try to build like 5 outfits out of the top of your head with things you already own. And voila, now it is time for outfit formulating. I have a whole video about 5, I think, of my favorite outfit formulas, but I want you to go onto your Pinterest boards, onto your outfit page, on your album, on your phone, I don't know, anywhere where you save fashion inspiration, and I want you to formulate those outfits. So if you take photos of your outfits, go to your favorite outfits that you've taken a photo of and make a formula out of it. So let's say it's white shirt or colorful button down with straight fit jeans and flat. Don't do super specific. Use the categories that you picked from the 3 to 5 items. So if you picked low waist jeans on the pants category, you want to pick outfits that have those categories in them. And I want you to write 10. This is a lot of homework. I know, this video is not like go watch it and go and goodbye. Please sit down, see the outfits, and write the formulas of those outfits. What are they made of? What accessories are in them? How is the hair? Color of the socks? Fit of the blouse? And the fact that you're naming those things with the names of the categories you picked previously is gonna be the trick to ending your existential crisis, because now when you're getting dressed in the morning, you have outfit formulas with things that you already loved paired with other things that you already love. And the best part is chances are you're gonna have the majority of it already in your closet. The goal here is not to pick new things that you don't have, because even if a lot of your clothes are hand-me-down, chances are there's a lot of things in your closet that you bought because you liked. And maybe now you think that you don't like them anymore, but maybe you also need to see them in a different light. There is a reason why you were drawn towards those clothes. Sometimes I do this exercise where I have a piece of clothing that I haven't worn for a long time or I'm struggling to style, and I think about my favorite 2 to 3 fashion influencers on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, if she would post a story wearing this shirt, would I like it? And I can tell if I like the shirt and I'm just struggling to style it, or if I actually don't like it. I know this is kind of weird, but sometimes putting clothes in other people's bodies or picturing them in other people's closets can really do the trick. It's almost like if you had a friend come to your wardrobe and style you, they would probably pick a combination that you've never picked before, and you're probably gonna like it because they're just not inside your brain. And now we're getting to step 9, which is to daydream. I just recently started doing this, and it really helps. When I was shopping for clothing, I was usually either just broadly searching on online thrift shops or searching on shops that I already know of. Because when I was in Pinterest, I would see all of these cool things, but Pinterest photos don't have a link to shop. Or most of the times if they do, it's gonna be very expansive, cool designers. I created a board on my Pinterest called wishlist, which I think you're gonna roll your eyes okay, that's so basic. The thing is, I see, and I bet I'm not the only one, I see so many cool things on Pinterest, but because they're so unique, I always think that it's out of reach for me to be able to find that somewhere, or to find the shop that's selling that exact thing, or to find a similar item on a thrift shop that I like, because it's just so different and cool. But if I spend less money on cheap thrifted things that are almost like the model I like, but not quite, and I bought less things that I really, really love, it would be so much easier to get ready in the morning. So I want you to stop underestimating the cool things you see on Pinterest and thinking about the possibility that maybe you can get those things, or maybe you can be more picky. Allow yourself to be very picky. I've heard this somewhere, and I really think they have a big point here. Documenting your style and what you like, or documenting anything, is the best way of getting to know what you want. Just like journaling is the best way to understand your thought patterns and and feeling better and taking action, taking photos of your outfits or of the things you like is also such a crucial and helpful step into learning about what you like. Also, as time goes by, you can unpin things that you don't like anymore so that the ones that are in the board are truly the ones that have stood the testament of time and that you like long term. That will give you such a great grasp on your brain. I've been trying to challenge myself for the past year to every time that I get out of the house, put on an outfit I like. Even if it takes me like 15 minutes extra to get ready, I know that when we're at school, those 15 minutes aren't really negotiable because maybe you need to catch a bus and you just can't be late. But if you're not on like super tight schedules, struggling to wake up early or situations like that, really try to make the point to not leave the house without an outfit you like. Even if I'm going to the supermarket, I'm putting on a cute, comfortable outfit that I like and that feels very me. And last but not least, every time I'm starting to feel less confident and good about myself, I end up realizing a few weeks later that it's because I'm just tired of my hair. Experiment with haircuts. I was so afraid of doing bangs, which is so stupid because I was never like someone who was very afraid to try things. But for some reason, bangs for me, since I never tried bangs with my face till I was 20, I just thought it was so intimidating to try bangs. Mess around with your hair. Your hair is like one of the biggest accessories you can use and people forget about it. I think the subject of personal style is so interesting in today's era because we are being exposed to so much more style than we've ever been through fashion reels, through TV, through everything. And I think that creates on one side a fake illusion of diversity where it seems like there's like a million different styles and aesthetics out there to explore. No one is really like a style. No one has an aesthetic that has a name on Pinterest. We all have our own personal style. And so the whole thing of like, I don't know, micro aesthetics or whatever people call it, for me is just stupid because, and I'm sorry, but like, even when ballerina core was a thing, I don't think anyone was dressing up with ballerina core outfits every single day. People just bought ballet core items and they would incorporate them in their outfits with things they already have. So like, you don't have to belong to an aesthetic. And I hear people say this all the time of like, oh, but I have different styles and I have different aesthetics and I never know like how I can conciliate all of them. None of us belongs to an aesthetic or style. We're all gonna like a lot of different things. And also, not everyone is gonna be like equally passionate about clothing, or maybe they're passionate about clothing, but they're not passionate about being different. And I think nowadays we criticize people for buying sambas in 2025 because they're not trendy anymore or everyone has them. What's the freaking problem of someone buying sambas if they like sambas? Like, stop, and I do this myself, but like, stop criticizing people for buying things that a lot of people already have. Why do we, I know that this is human brain nature, but why do we stop loving something if we see everyone around us with it? I'd love to hear your tips if you have any on personal style. I'd love to actually hear what items you chose from the categories. I'm really excited for this new format of video where I kind of mathematize fashion. I didn't really think when I made the first one that I could do the same format with so many different topics, and every time I do a video I'm like, oh, this video has too much topics inside of it, so I'm gonna run out of things to say, but then I find new things to talk about. So these formats of videos are really making me gain a new passion for YouTube. That is everything I have for today. I love you guys. My video editing course launched. When you're watching this, it's gonna have been launched for like 3, 4, 5 days, which is crazy. When you watch this, I'm gonna be in Berlin with my business partner that is launching this course with me, and I wanna cry right now. If you didn't catch it on my other videos, I made a video editing course. Yes, everyone nowadays has courses, and I thought the same. If you guys want to freelance and have a career working from your couch, video editing is so fun. And I'm teaching everything I know about YouTube specific video editing on there. So if you're curious, I'm going to leave the link below. We're also creating such a cute website. I'm so excited. Follow me on Instagram. I've been pretty active on there. Follow me on my second channel if you want. Excuse me. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.